Hey everybody, welcome to week 5, Adobe Firefly and Images. Just to review, last week we did Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity, which are language learning models where you can ask a question and get an answer. You can get an answer back in text, you can get graphs or images. Gemini has Imagine, which we saw, or Imogen, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, which we saw. Perplexity can make advertisements and has citations, and Claude has kind of nuanced languages that you can train in your own style. So this week, we're going to be doing Adobe Firefly and AI images. I chose Firefly to start with because it has a free version and they have a lot of choices, so you don't kind of have to memorize anything. So I hope this will be fun for you. I'd love you to go on the discussion after you do these a few module pages. So let's look at the discussion first. The discussion: what was your favorite image that you created today? How can you use Firefly for fun or practical projects? And what other creative ideas would you like to try? And you can attach images if you like. So when you hit reply, you'll get the screen and there's a place here to upload an image. So going back to the module, after that, there's it's pretty short. So what is Adobe Firefly? A short description here that you can read. Next, how to use Adobe Firefly. So I have a link to their site, and you need to put in, as usual, an email. How to create an image, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. Some hands-on practice and some tips. And I also included a video from Adobe on how to use Firefly. So with that, let's go ahead and do a quick demonstration. So I'm on firefly.adobe.com, and there are different choices. They're coming into making videos with Adobe, which right now they have Premiere, but with Firefly, for most of the rest of us, it's going to be something where you can prompt and make a video. It's not available to the public yet, and I don't have that yet. There's something called fast mode, so it'll generate images quicker. There's text to image, which we're going to do today. There's generative fill, meaning you can add different things in the background. You can change the outfit. You can change just about anything. Custom models, we're not going to be doing that. You're generating a template. So some of these are Adobe Express, which is another application that they have that's also free. They have a free version. So there's all kinds of things in here, but we're going to do text to image today. So what's nice is they have a lot of example images, and you can click on them and you can see the prompt used. So this one is a cute dog made out of fabric, handmade quilted toy, Japanese sakura pattern fabric. And you can see they use some things here: art, fabric. The things on the bottom are things that were selected on the left. So there's general settings, content type. So maybe you want a photo instead of art. The composition. So do you want it to be like a sketch? And if you hover over these, it gives you the, what they stand for. So this is structure match. This is matching images. So you can see those things. Or you can upload an image to start with. The style, if you go on hover over the eye, you can adjust the intensity of the visual characteristics, and this is the strength of the style that matches your prompt. You can use a reference image. I think I used some. These are probably some that I used in the past, or some that they have as a starter. You can have effects, themes, change the material. So basically what it lets you do is choose all of these things instead of adding them all into the prompt. So even the camera angle, like maybe I want to do this time a close-up. I'm going to change this prompt to superhero costume, and see what happens, and just leave the rest there and let it generate. It generates 4 prompts. See how fast that was. So it's kind of came out kind of weird. Superhero fabric is what that was. So 4 prompts. I can upscaling. Upscale means it's going to be sharper because there's going to be more pixels. I can download my image and so forth. So very simple. That's why I like this one. It's incredibly fast. It used to not be very fast, but now it is. You can also, maybe you just want to generate one image or four. You can, it has these different layouts side by side or in a grid like that. And if you want any ideas, you can always go back here and look at these examples that people are doing. They're every day they change. It depends but you might find something appealing that is interesting to you. Like I find faces really interesting. This is, let's see what they did here. Photorealistic, hyper detailed face of smoke color. So the choices they used on the left were surface detail, hyper realistic, and art. So let's go look at these. Here's a model, Firefly 3, art. There's nothing chosen here. Style and strength are still in the middle. Let's see. Effects. There's hyper realistic. There's that effect that was chosen. And then camera angle, surface detail. So we can try it as well. We can just, and it'll turn out different because every time you do these, they don't repeat themselves the same. So let's go ahead and try it. See how different it looks? It looks very different from the original one that I had. And even if I did it again, it would be different again. There you go. So it just depends. It's just the way AI works. They're not really repeatable. That's getting quite different there now. So let's try our own. I'm always interested in my pets, so I'm going to go to clear all of this. Let's just start over. So I'll do start from the beginning. I'm going to just make sure I'm in the beginning here. So yeah, text to image. I can even start from here. So my typical one, a Bichon Frise, maybe with his friends having a birthday party. No idea what's going to happen. Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love it when it turns out great. Now let's try something more arty. I'm going to go over here and change something. So landscape, maybe something from a background of a movie. I'm going to do, I think, photo, and I don't have an image reference. Style, skip that as well. Maybe hyper realistic for this one. So I'm going to put background, let's see, for a movie of a black high heel shoe sitting on broken glass. I'm doing this because it's some idea. If there was something like this that I'm supposed to be generating, oh, that's super cool. Maybe it's add reflections and maybe dark vibes. It'll give me a different generation. I kind of like the first ones. Maybe I can say black 3-inch high heel shoes instead of that 5-inch one there. See what happens here. It kind of did the same thing. So I was looking for kind of B-roll for a movie, and let's see, did it pick up that landscape? 4:3. I should have hit widescreen. So let me do this again. Expensive black high heel shoe on broken glass. Reflective surface. Hyper-realistic. Maybe hyper-realistic is the problem. Maybe I'll make it digital art. So now you can see the aspect ratio change. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. That's pretty cool. So if I need it to be different, you can see now I got the reflection, I got the broken glass and so forth. So What I would do with this if I'm doing a movie would be put this in a video generator and have the camera zoom in on that shoe, which is what I'm going to be doing next. So we try something else. You can see it's pretty. Usually I do landscape. I start with that. Let's do art this time, and let's do it a little bit more intense. I'm going to use this as a reference so it'll have some kind of sci-fi colors. Let it use all of the effects, and maybe I'm going to do something like this. Okay, make a can of soda in the style of Van Gogh. See if this works. So it should be kind of a graphic. That's interesting. Oh, it didn't like that. So maybe something else. Make any animal. Let's see if it'll do this one. Okay. One more words maybe. So it might not like that I'm copying a style. So in the style of, let's say, modernism. Okay, so now I didn't get that error. So that's a good point that Adobe does have a lot of guardrails. So if you put like famous names or things, it won't emulate those. That's why instead they've gone into picking something from the left or describing it. So if I do science fiction, for example, apocalyptic scene, Earth, future. See what happens there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's look at one of those. Huh. Wow. Oh, that's cool too. So you kind of got to think about what you want and then use these things on the left to guide you. Let's do a cartoon one for fun. Clear everything. Cartoon. Okay, there we go. And then I'll actually, if I just use the same prompt, I should get a cartoon version of what I just did, which I do get a cartoon version. So that could be background for like an adult cartoon or something like that. Let's do another one though for cartoon. So let's see, sloth trying to catch a ball in a tree. Let's see if that comes out now. I put cartoon. Oh, see how that's awesome. Basically, he should be missing the ball because he's so slow. So if you watch the Super Bowl, there was a commercial kind of like that that really cracked me up. Now, if I wanted that to be 3D and not cartoon, I can take out cartoon and 3D, regenerate. It should look kind of more like a Pixar type of thing, which it does. That's a beautiful image. Now, if I upscaled it, go ahead and let it upscale. It'll be sharper. It'll have more pixels per. See, now you can see like all the fine hair and everything. That's upscaling. It's just a lot sharper image, a lot more pixels. And if I was going to keep that, I can download it and I'll get my JPEG. I think it's a JPEG image. So I just click download. It's in my downloads folder. So that's Firefly. I find it really fun, really easy. If you wanted to add text to it, what you would do, like for this one, let's say if I click on the pencil and I hit add text, it'll send me to another application called Adobe Express. And then that's where it's like Canva or one of those types of apps where you can add text to your image. Although I don't see my image right there, so I'm not sure where it went. I can drag it in there, which I'll do quickly here, maybe. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, there's my sloth, and then I can add my text in there. Add your text, so. And I'm going to have to change the color so that we can see it. So there's I'm not really going into all this in detail this week, but there's a lot more to this application. I thought I had it in white. I don't. It's in green. So let me try this again. Fill the color. There we go. Okay. So sometimes when I make birthday cards or things for people or just send them nice notes doing this, sometimes it's get well, and then I'll download this and share it to them on text or email or something like that. So going back to Adobe Firefly, they do work together. You don't have to do Express, but Firefly is fun, and I would just encourage you to experiment with it and try it out. And that's what I wanted to show you this week. So going back to our module. So we are on Module 5. Next week there is a holiday on Monday, President's Holiday. So I'll still be putting up the avatar one. And if you're on holiday next week, don't worry about it. You can take longer to do it if you would like. So thanks for watching. See you next time.